Hey Sagittarius, welcome back to Spiritual Aura Tarot. I'm Carol, and I'm honestly so happy to have you here with me right now. I hope you're all having a really beautiful day. So if you want to stay connected with the energy and catch every new reading, make sure you tap subscribe and join our little circle here. Today we've got a very specific message that's meant to find you right in this exact moment, because there's some real guidance here for what you're dealing with. So let's just jump right in, tap into the spirit, and see what the cards are going to reveal for your current situation today. All right, so what I'm picking up here is that your person, and you know this could even be reflecting your energy too, is dealing with this feeling of loss, of emptiness. The Four of Cups is showing up, and honestly, it carries a pretty heavy, I am full of sorrow kind of vibe. It's Moon and Cancer energy, very emotional, introspective. Right now, I sense that your person is genuinely miserable in their current circumstances. It doesn't really matter if they're alone, with family, or even in another relationship. There's this sense of boredom and loneliness, a deep unfulfillment that's hitting them hard, especially when they think about you not being in their life. And the thing is, your energy has this almost magnetic, life-giving quality. There's something about you that breathes vitality and light into their world. With this person, I feel like they're starting to realize that anyone who tried to influence their perspective or dim their light was really just acting out of jealousy. They're beginning to see things more clearly. I also feel that your person is in a deeply reflective state. They're making comparisons, but it's not just about comparing you to others, although that might play a part if a third party is involved. More profoundly, they're noticing the contrast between your energy and their own actions toward you. This is an energy of awakening, of not wanting to lose you. They're realizing that their approach in the past was off. You've always been the one extending the olive branch, initiating contact, and often being the bigger person. And now your person is starting to understand that yes, all those times you reached out, they brushed it off for various reasons, being too busy, not in the right headspace, or maybe just scared to be vulnerable. They're beginning to see that their own choices created much of their unhappiness, and that you consistently offer love, patience, and understanding. Right now there's this clarity forming where they're starting to feel the weight of the distance they created and the opportunities they let slip by. Sometimes, dismiss that, but it is very true. And I really believe it's a pretty egotistical for any of us to just assume to, think that our own perceptions or our experiences are, universal. I think that that's a little bit bananas. So your person right now, again, humility is the word that keeps emerging. I don't know why, but it's for the collective, because as a collective, you guys are in a much higher vibration than most people. That is reality, or at least a vibration that is different. You are in a vibration of understanding. Anyone who is watching this, I would bet money that you guys are healers. There's something about your energy where you want to understand what your person is going through in order to help understand them or in order to help heal them. This is definitely an energy where your person is beginning to realize that the things that they were projecting upon you were actually things that they needed to work on, that they were creating a lot of imaginary conflicts with inside of your connection that never truly belonged here. So they're in a very reflective state with this Four of Pentacles energy, because I feel like they're beginning to understand that you were somebody that was very original, you had beautiful ideas, and that this could have definitely been a new beginning if this person was able to really listen to their intuition. Again, you have somebody that's very much in their emotions right now. They're going through emotional mood swings. Again, this is Moon in Cancer. This could be somebody that is a Pisces or a Cancer, and it's really pertaining to this Emperor energy, Aries, Scorpio energy. I feel like in the past, the reason that they're in this energy is because they didn't operate from their highest good, right? This is somebody that operated from a place of ego. This is somebody that was easily manipulated with their own set of values, but values that they put above you, put above everybody. They were only thinking about themselves here. And that's why when this Emperor energy came up, it came up in reverse, right? So there's something here about a circular reasoning or a circular energy where this person wants to come upright and really make amends here, because whoever you're dealing with, for some of you, this is a boss. This is a CEO. This is somebody that holds a very high position, or this is somebody that is very much the leader of their family. It doesn't matter if they're the youngest, if they're the oldest. There's something where when this person walks in the room, there is a level of energy that is commanded, and you view this person as the emperor. It doesn't matter if you're a man or if you're a woman. This person was operating from a negative masculine energy. If you're a man dealing with a woman, and this woman is operating from an overly masculine energy, it's because she's had to learn how to do everything by herself because nobody's been there to help her. So when you come along and you extend that olive branch and you offer that hand to help this person, they're automatically going to deny it because they don't need any help. Because everybody that was meant to help this person, man or woman, they've always come forward, and they've always there's always been an underlying tone as to why they want to assist with this person. So this energy has really learned to rely on themselves for what was best for themselves, but not what was best for the greater good. That's the thing about the Emperor. You have 4-4 coming in here. 4-4 may be a significant number. You may be a life pack number 4, but this is really about this person coming in and grounding their emotions, grounding this root chakra, and understand that they really do hold the power to make certain adjustments or make certain changes here. And there is some type of decision your person is getting ready to make. If your person ended up losing their job, or if there was issues pertaining to this person's job that was really impacting their self-confidence or the way that they view themselves, especially if there was financial issues, or if they are not where they want to be financially. Because a lot of times we make assumptions like, well, they have a good job, they have this, they have that. But a lot of times with an Emperor energy, the Emperor is not exposing or divulging everything that's going on in their life or all of the information. This is somebody that really holds back what they're truly going through because they're carrying this very heavy and very significant burden. Your person is in an energy where they want to boss up, but they're also in an energy where they're having this reflection of, I've made up a lot of things in my head. I've told myself I didn't feel a certain way about the collective in order for me to remove my energy from the situation with them. I'm also getting to, this is somebody that's really taking control of the situation with this Magician energy, Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, Aries. So you have somebody right now that's looking at you like a magician. They're watching you succeed, or they're watching you be somebody that's very multifaceted. There's something about you where you can do multiple things at one time. Maybe you're a great mother or a great father, but then also you're very business savvy, and then you have the capability of loving them, but then they're also very attracted to you. They're beginning to understand that there's something about you where you're extremely well-rounded. And I also am viewing them as, like anything that's thrown at you, you have the ability to problem solve at all times here. and it's something about your eyes. For some of you, there's like a certain gloss to them, or there's this certain sparkle to your eyes that I feel like what this person thinks about all the time. And I'm getting a very excited energy, like you make them excited. They may be picking up, especially if you and this person are in communication. But even if you're not, because a lot of times we communicate telepathically to our people, even if we're not in direct 3D communication, but your person is getting the fact that there's something very magical and something very special about the way you go about things and about the way you handle. They also feel like you're getting ready to embark on some type of brand new journey. For some of you, if you are a spiritualist, or you're into the metaphysical, or whatever it may be, it's like they're watching you really, really grow. You may be doing something significant on social media. If it's not social media, this is an energy where they're watching you in your job or in your place of business really shine. Because again, there's something about you where they're looking at you as very intelligent. And I feel like the intelligence is very attractive with this person. And the thing about the magician is this: the magician, despite whatever odds are against the magician always finds a loophole. That's a dope thing about this energy, because the energy is highly intellectual, but it's that intellectual energy, and it's putting the intelligence into work, into action. And I even feel like with this person, when they're watching you, they feel like you don't even understand how smart you are, or you don't even understand your potential. Like you do things without even really realizing what the full capacity or what the full potential is, but you do it because you have this inner knowing. And I feel like this person is watching you with amazement. I also get with the Ace of Swords, this wanted to come out in reverse. This is something your person hasn't been honest and open with communicating you, and your person may also not even be in communication for a lot of you. So they feel like there's a lot that they want to come forward. There's a lot that they want to communicate to you. But this may be somebody that felt better kind of watching you from a distance. Because again, I'm also getting to that your person really wanted to study you and really needed to learn certain lessons on their own with who they needed to trust and who they didn't. Because the thing about the Emperor energy, the Emperor only trusts itself. The Emperor doesn't trust anybody else except the Fool, because the Fool doesn't have a dog in the race. The Fool is like, yeah, I wouldn't do that. That's going to suck dog. And then walks away, right? The Fool isn't trying to control or trying to manipulate the Emperor in any sense. But at the same point, the Emperor trusts the Emperor's own intuition, because they've gone through certain life lessons that have made them understand the bigger picture. But with the Emperor coming up in reverse earlier, this is somebody that was allowing other people to dictate the narrative and to dictate the perception that they had on you, even though intuitively, internally, they felt different. So I feel like with this person, they've really been withholding how they really, or what they really want to say to you, or what they really want to express to you here, because they're really surprised at how you've handled yourself, or they're surprised with how you've been able to conquer certain things. There's somebody here that wants to reach out to you with the Page of Cups. And this is also a message of love, right? Pages are all messengers. So there is a message here from this person where they really do admire you. And I just feel like there's something about your energy that is very beautiful. And if you take a look at this card, you have the pink and the blue. So you have the ability to balance out that masculine and that feminine energy so magnificently. But this person has a surprise for you. They've also been thinking a lot about you, and they're in a very sensitive energy here. This emotional energy. Why are they so emotional over the collective Two of Pentacles? Because, right, they've been going back and forth. 11, you may be a life path 11, or I don't know why, or a life path 1. So 44, 11, 1 is coming in significant here. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 4, 4, 2. But the reason that this person is so emotional is because they're beginning to balance their energy out. Right, the Two of Pentacles is Jupiter and Capricorn. This is a beautiful energy, right? But Capricorn tends to be a very restrictive energy because it has a duty, it has a sense of responsibility, it has, a lot of discipline. And when it comes to Jupiter, Jupiter has no restrictions. Jupiter is a planet that is about expansion, that's about wanting to change, wanting to grow, wanting to embark on new territory. And I feel like with this person, they were really restricting their own growth here because they were trying to make some type of decision. But I'm also getting with this person, their day-to-day, their daily energy, their daily tasks, it really stopped them from having this significant projection forward. It's almost like they're emotional because they're beginning to see that they put their, the day-to-day struggles above your connection. But I also get with this person, they're emotional because they're also acknowledging you're the yin to their yang, that you're not supposed to obtain or have the same qualities that they do. See, that's a lot of things that people don't understand. You're meant to be with somebody that's not like you. Yeah, same ideology in some senses, but you're meant to be with somebody that pushes you towards your goal, that sees something in you that you've missed, right? That's creating the perfect balance. Your two masculine energies don't mix. Even if you're in a same-sex couple, right? Usually there's one that's more masculine and there's one that's more feminine. And sometimes you guys can switch, right? That's normal in any connection. But usually in order for balance, right, you can't be like this person. And I'm getting with them, it's like they were splitting hairs over the fact that you were not like them, that you were completely opposite than them. There's something different about your relationship, whether it's age, whether it's race, whether you work together. And the Two of Pentacles, how does this work? Maybe both of you are in certain connections or tied down in certain relationships. Whatever it may be, this person is emotional because they're realizing that you have really been their other half the whole time. And the thing that they're beginning to realize about you is that you have an adaptability to you where you can kind of morph into different energies. If your person is overly emotional, you have the ability to tap into a more masculine energy and balance that out. If your person is overly masculine and in a dominant energy, you have the ability to submit to this person. If this person is in an insecure energy, you have the ability to say, listen, I understand that you're viewing things in this way, but here's a different perspective of things, right? This person is beginning to awaken to this and it. They're realizing that originally the competition about trying to, figure out or deny their emotions towards you, that it's only made them see things more clearly. Here, it's about balancing out their heart and what they need to say, because this is also why this person is emotional, is because they've not been able to completely express themselves or completely communicate to you how they feel. Two of Swords just came up in reverse. You're dealing with somebody that's tired of avoiding the elephant in the room, right? Two of you guys are seeing a lot of synchronicities here. 44A, 122. 2 may be pretty significant. You may be a life path 2. But this person is, again, this is a Libra moon in Libra. So this person was stuck making a decision. And part of the thing about you is that when you came into this person's life, they thought that they knew everything. They thought that they had their plan. They had their picture painted. They knew exactly what their five-eye pen year and their ultimate plan was. But then you came in and you've given them a whole new perspective. You've awakened this person to understand that there's multiple possibilities and there's multiple ways to obtain a goal. And maybe the goal that they originally set forth for them was not meant for them, or not meant for what they were meant to obtain. I'm just getting overwhelmingly, you have somebody here that was relatively indecisive about what they wanted from you. You were a choice. They had to make a choice. You may have even been an option, and this was confusing, and they were avoiding making this choice. Now, all of a sudden, there's somebody here that is acknowledging you are the only choice for them, right? And by making this choice, it's balancing out their relationship, but not only their relationship with you, but also their relationship with themselves, with their youngest self or their younger self here, because they didn't want to be sensitive. This is somebody that feels like emotions make you weak, and that you have to be able to control your emotions, which is 100% true, right? And a lot of times controlling your emotions is key. However, being able to balance your emotions, being able to understand your emotions is something also very significant here. And I feel like with your person, they're beginning to see very clearly that without you, they're miserable. They really do feel this way. They feel like by them not making a choice, you know, that they really did backstab you, or this is an energy where they didn't treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. But it's weird because this energy is also them reflecting on the past, them reflecting with putting you, you know, in limbo, them reflecting the times where you reached out to them and they ignored you. This is somebody that's going through a very dark moment, possibly even a dark night of the soul. And they're realizing that their inability to change was creating a lot of internal suffering. Aside from that, this also may be somebody that was being highly manipulated by other people, by other energies, external influences, an undesirable energy that they needed to let go of that they didn't. For some of you, it is, you know, meddling with energy. And again, my perception is this: when you're at a high frequency, or if you're at a high elevation and you believe God is the center, the universe is the center, then you understand and that nothing is more powerful than that. But again, if your person is in a very egotistical energy, if they're in a low vibrational energy, then it's going to be easier for this person to be manipulated. It's going to be easier for this person to have other people come in and say you were manipulating them. But see, the problem is when your person is elevating, when your person realized these people were lying to them, were not being honest to them about the information that was being given. For some of you, there was information here that was shared to your person about you that was a flat out lie. It was made up documentation. It could have been, you know, you were on a dating site. It could have been certain DMs or messages back and forth. A multitude of things, right? The internet is a place where you can fabricate anything. There's people living lives right now that are completely fake. But again, with this energy here, your person has seen the truth, which is why they're in this energy and they feel really, really upset because of the Five of Cups. They're realizing that they allowed other people to come in and distort their own perception. For some of you, it was their own ego that distorted it. I'm not good enough. I need to have my finances in order. I need to follow my family. I have this, whatever it was. Their own self that stopped that narrative. For others of you, it was people in place here that really had this person turn their back on you. For some of you, when you needed them the most, when you needed this person the most, is when they decided to go away. And this person is in a reflective energy. This is coming in as a very past energy. But again, it's this person reflecting on their past actions and how their past actions have put them in a place where they're not happy, they're sad, they're lonely. This is a very lonely energy where there's a lot of regret here because they're acknowledging that you are the person for them. You are their twin flame awakening. And now they're seeing things from your perspective or from your viewpoint, right? Like that's a very significant energy. My life is currently so chaotic, I will only bring disruption to yours. So they're in a place here where they're acknowledging, you know, my life isn't right because they've done things a certain way. And this may be somebody that's purposely trying to keep you at an arm's length away in order to not bring you into their madness, especially if this is somebody that's dealing with like legal issues or dealing with external influences here. Whatever the external influences may be, whether that's people, places, and things, this person feels like they're not grounded enough to be able to bring you in. And there's a lot of destructive energy. There's a lot of tower moments that are occurring for this person in order to really illuminate the foggy area or to illuminate this gray area. And that's what's allowing this person to really get into this emperor-like energy. It's hard for me to be vulnerable and reveal who I truly am. Again, I feel like this has to do or deal with a level of self-love from this person, but they needed to learn how to love themselves. So you're dealing with somebody that has trust issues and they've been putting on this front and they've been lying to themselves and lying to other people about how they feel. But at the end of the day, I feel like this person, the one thing that I feel like you've illuminated for them, whether you and this person come into union in this lifetime or not, is self-love. It's about them needing to love them to make them themselves, them being very honest with, you know, who they are. And again, I get that this person is carefully strategizing their next move because, to be honest, you are this person's end game. They know that now. That's why they're upset. I mean, I would be upset too if the person that God has brought forth for you, the person that's meant to be in your life, the person that's meant to change everything for you and really help and right, and you're not the only person. This person is brought into your life as well, right? There is duality here, and if you think there's not, then you probably should take a look in the mirror. And people that get it, but they're planning. This is somebody that wants to make sure that their next move is their best move because they know that they have to reveal an aspect of them's, or there's something here that they need to tell you with this Ace of Swords in reverse that they've not expressed before. This could be their true emotions. This could be their true emotions for things. This could be something that they were hiding from you, that they were worried about your perception on, but they're really working hard here. And for some of you, they are planning a surprise, or they want to go somewhere, they want to take you somewhere, but they're strategizing it because they feel like, I only have one shot. And it's like, this is the Hail Mary for those of you guys that are into football. This is the Hail Mary, and the clock is ticking. They feel like their time is going, and they have to make some type of adjustment or some type of move here in order to kind of ground this energy, because again, they're acknowledging that there's something in you that they've never felt in anyone else. I search for you and everyone I meet, but you're never to be found. They're realizing that your energy is something that isn't easily obtained. It's almost coming in as like extraterrestrial energy. it's coming in as an energy that, have you guys ever eaten something and been like mind bummed, like what the heck is this? Like, I've never had anything like this before. Or have you ever seen something where you get this feeling that you've never felt it? Maybe even it with this person. It's like your person tried to deny this energy. They really tried to, you know, make anything a negative. Oh, that person always wears a color blue. Look at them. I hate the color blue, right? Or that person is too old for me, or, you know, I'm worried about what people are going to say. It's like this person really tried to do everything and anything in order to trick themselves from mentally detaching from you. But the reality is, the more that they try to detach, the more that they began to understand that you guys were infused together, spiritually infused. And I feel like with this person, they're starting to really understand that the chaos in their life is meant to break up that heavy toxic energy that really doesn't belong. And I feel like with this person, a lot of times when they were in this Emperor in reverse energy, they were distracted and they made wrong decisions. They've made wrong choices here. Maybe this person wasn't honest with you for a period of time. Maybe there was something here your person needed you, you know, to understand here, but that they weren't willing to do it. But here's what I'm getting overwhelmingly, and it's really, really interesting with this energy coming in here. I'm willing to risk it all for you. And then again, this is somebody that is completely strategizing in your situation. This is somebody that's not just planning their one move, okay, but they're planning multiple moves here. This could be somebody that's physically moving. This could be somebody that's detaching from familial energies. I don't know why that's coming in, but it is. And I get that with this person. They needed to abandon their old way of thinking. I struggle with abandonment wounds and fear that one day you won't want me in the same way, because they feel like they're not good enough. They feel like you're going to see them how they view themselves. But what they don't understand is all you see is their light. All you see is their potential, which is a lot of times why we get in trouble, right? Because we see somebody's potential. When you're thinking about a person, you're typically thinking about all the good aspects, all their positive qualities. You're not looking at negative qualities where your person was very focused on the tiny, minute negative energy around you. It's something about this energy where whatever your negatives are, this person over embellished the negative qualities while you were really fixated and focused on their positive. And I feel like with this person, they're beginning to realize that your negative qualities, they're really not negative. They're just little quirks about you, is what I'm gathering. But I feel overwhelmingly this person is working very hard, because there are a lot of obstacles that are in between the two of you that they're really working on overcoming, because they have this energy of now or never. I know I need to act quickly before I lose out on my chance with you. They're very focused on you. They're also very worried about who you're going to have come in here. And again, I feel like with this Hangman and with this Eight of Wands energy, it's very interesting because this person is beginning to understand, I want to move forward with you, but they had to see things from a different perspective. They had to change the way that they were thinking. This could even be this Emperor losing a sense of control in order to see things in the right manner here. That is all I have for you today, beautiful souls. Thank you for spending this sacred time with me here at Spiritually Aura Tarot. If this reading hit your heart and mirrored your situation today, drop a comment below and share your story with our community. Honestly, your presence and your energy mean the world to me. Take care of your beautiful soul, keep shining, and stay close to this channel because there's so much more to uncover in the coming days. I'll see you very soon in your next reading. Bye-bye.